Hello, Potato. It's July the 24th, and this is Weekend Magic. And we've only got 3 items to look at this week, and 2 of them are to do with somebody's birthday. Who could the birthday boy be? It is Captain America. Yep, 80 years old. He doesn't look a day over 40. And for his birthday, ShopDisney released a couple of items which are small, so we're going to have to zoom in on them just like last week, only this time, hopefully, they'll be in focus. So a couple months ago now, I think, we did look at something for the birthday boy. It was the D23 Captain America pin set, which has a few different shields in it. And honestly, there were some better shields they could have picked, but I still am quite pleased with the pin set, especially since it didn't come damaged like my Lucasfilm pins. But this week, on Monday, we saw the release from ShopDisney and supposedly at Disney Store, I didn't check my local one, of the Captain America 80th Anniversary Key. And I can say, actually, first of all, I give a lot of guff to ShopDisney, and you know what? All of it's deserved, every bit of it. But this time, they got this to super best. I actually had this on, I think Thursday, maybe Wednesday. Wednesday. This showed up on Wednesday. I ordered it Monday morning, like first thing Monday morning, and it arrived by Wednesday evening, which is absolutely amazing. That's like Amazon Prime level of speed. And not only did it arrive quickly, it arrived in a box, not a plastic bag, which means, as you can see, it didn't come smashed or bent or dinged or anything. And I am incredibly pleased. As much garbage as I give ShopDisney when they fail, I want to, and I know it sounds like even in my praise, I am still slagging them off. But I am incredibly pleased with the speed and efficiency that this arrived. So looking at the key itself, I love actually, I think visually it's one of my favorite keys so far. Because I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, but there's almost sort of a metallic shine to it. They've used in the paint, especially on, of course, the silver we have. Well, I guess it's not supposed to be, it's supposed to be white, because it's the red, white, and blue, because it is, of course, for Captain America. And yeah, we have the red and white stripes on the D and here on the shaft. And of course we have the Marvel teeth, which I think you can see there. And then the blue on the central shaft. We have Cap himself. Obviously it's the Steve Rogers version of Cap, not the Falcon version. Because of course Steve Rogers would be the original Captain America. And while Falcon is a fantastic Captain America, he isn't the original. The box is quite nice too. I like the comic book art they've done on the box. It makes it look, quite nice. We have other characters. We have Iron Man there. I think that's Wasp. Yeah, it's a nice box. It's a well-designed box. It's a nice key. And not only does the key look good, but being as shiny and shimmery as it is, you can imagine how well that translates to the pin. Yep, there is our Captain America pin, and again, super shiny. As where, this is a little shiny. Again, I'm not really sure how well that shows up on camera, but it's a little shiny. This is like super shiny. I think this is probably the shiniest key pin yet. I mean, the fireworks one had glitter on it, and I think this still kind of outshines it, kind of gives it a neat chrominess. I think they've actually used a shinier metal, because even sideways it's pretty shiny. I think they've used a shinier metal. Usually it's more of a dull metal. This one's shinier, and I quite like it. Again, we have the comic book kind of decoration on here. And it's, of course, a single-backed pin trading 2021 pin. Special edition, meaning there's 5 billion of them. So if you haven't got one yet, you still can. They're still up there. And who knows, they might be in the Disney Store by now. They might have been in the Disney Store on Monday. I didn't go look. I just ordered it online, which I know is exactly what they want, but it was a work day and I didn't want to go to the mall. Yep, there they are. Those are this week's big releases. Those are this week's big purchases. And there's one more thing that came with them. So when we ordered the stuff to get the Black Widow coin that I showed you last week, I had actually started an order in my own account as well and just had not completed it for reasons. But I had put in the Natasha code at the time. And when I went to order these, the code was still in there, weirdly enough. And I figured, well, it's still showing as valid, so I'm just going to leave it and see what happens. And you know what happened? I got another Black Widow coin. So apparently, they still have these. So if you are ordering something from Shop Disney, it's more than $25 worth of stuff, put that Natasha code in there, see if it still works. What's the worst that's going to happen? Nothing? Yeah, so I have 2 of these now, which is nice, because I like to have a spare of things, because I'm just that kind of a hoarder. All right, we do have one more item, not from Shop Disney, but still Marvel related, but not for the birthday boy here. Our last item tonight is actually a Loki item, and it's, again, not a Shop Disney item, it's this. What else would you expect? If there's any part of the Loki series that I found disappointing, it's essentially just that we only saw President Loki like for that one piece. They had advertised him, I feel, pretty heavily. Like, he got shirts and stuff. They've even featured the President Loki version of him in Marvel Strike Force, the freemium game on your phone. And I liked the appearance of him. I liked the idea of him. I kind of hope that maybe we'll see some more of him in season 2. But I went to Hot Topic earlier this week for reasons, and they had a bunch of these in the impulse area by the cash register, so had to pick one up, because it does look like the sort of promotional button badge you get from a political candidate. Yeah, it's just cute. It's how much was it? It was $3.90. So it's not pin trading. It's not anything fancy. It's just a nice little Loki for President, but doesn't actually say Loki for President badge. So those are our goodies for this week. Just a couple little things. We behaved more or less this week. And that brings us to the part that probably nobody watches on this video, which is what got me through this week. Now this week, some weeks I struggle. Some weeks I have, figure out, what is there something that got me through the week, and I had to struggle and grasp, and I come up with like a commercial for something. But not this time. This time it's an actual thing. It's a show that you can watch, and that is, without question for me, Wellington Paranormal. I guess it's running on CW, but that's not where I'm watching it. I'm watching it on HBO Max, where as of right now, the first 3 episodes of season 1 are available for viewing. And funny, we're just getting it now here in the States. It came out in New Zealand in 2018. We're way behind on this, but hopefully that means we'll just get the whole show 1 episode after another, and not have to, wait over the course of 3 years like the people in New Zealand did. So if you're not familiar with what it is, Wellington Paranormal is essentially a spin-off of What We Do in the Shadows, more so the movie than the TV show. The TV show itself is basically a spin-off of the movie. And in it, Mike Minogue and Karen O'Leary reprise their roles from the movie. They had like a small part in the film as policeman and policewoman, but now they get actual names. Karen O'Leary and Mike Minogue play Officer O'Leary and Officer Minogue. Yes, they were very creative in naming their names, but you have to admit, O'Leary is a darn good cop name, don't you think? And they've added a new character that wasn't in the movie, their sergeant, Sergeant Maka, played by Maka Pohatu. Again, creative naming. And the premise of the show is it's a fake documentary, like What We Do in the Shadows, following these 2 police officers of the Wellington Police Department, who in the first episode run afoul of something a little supernatural, and end up being introduced to the fact that their police department has a paranormal division, of which now they and their sergeant are the only members. The show is a little low budget, at least in the first season. It may improve as the show goes on, because it is in its, I think, 4th season now, and I guess there may not be a 5th, but there's 4 seasons, which is only like 25 episodes, because, it's not an American show, so they're brief but quality. And I'm really enjoying it. They've had, so far in the show, they've done an episode involving possession, an episode involving crop circles and aliens, and the most recent one to release, an episode involving party ghosts. And it's very cringy. It's some of it feels almost like it might be improv, but I don't really think it is. It's just the characters they play are so awkward that they seem like they really are legitimately making things up as they go along. It was created by Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement. Hopefully I didn't mispronounce either of those names. The creators of What We Do in the Shadows. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's If you like faux documentary stuff, like the original The Office, or I mean even to a lesser degree the American The Office, if you enjoyed the movie version of What We Do in the Shadows, or even the TV version, I definitely encourage you to check it out. I guess it's running on CW. I don't know if it's on any of their streaming apps or anything, but I guess it's airing on CW. But it's also on HBO Max, and there are 3 episodes currently. And if you enjoy weird humor with a supernatural flavor to it, definitely go and check that out. As always, I do encourage you to tell me what got you through the week in the comments down below. But that's it. That's all I got for you this week. It's a short one. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it all interesting or entertaining. If you did, please give it a like. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Not Cap, though. He's going to go back where he's being stored.